Hey, welcome back to another Junior Statistics video. We're going to chat about box plots. A box plot is a statistical graph that plots the lowest value, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the highest value on the same graph. Very often it's called a box and whisker graph. A box plot's sort of a more modern name. This graph is very useful for comparing two or more sets of data. Right, well, let's start off by showing you how to draw one first. So here's example one. A set of data has the following statistics. We've got the lowest value 45, the lower quartile 51, the median of 59, the upper quartile 61, and the highest value is 80. So we're going to draw a box plot. I'm going to draw a scale down below, and I'm going to start drawing the statistics on my scale. So my lowest value is 45, so let's draw a line at 45. My lower quartile is 51, I'm drawing a line at 51. My median is 59, so I'll draw a line just before 60. My upper quartile is 61, so I can draw a line just after 60. And my highest value is 80, so I'll draw my highest value in there. Right, now the middle three lines, we're going to draw a box, a line or two horizontal lines to create a box. That's the middle three. And then we're going to add on these two lines here to create our whiskers. Box, remember the old-fashioned name, box and whisker graph? So that's why it sort of got given this name, a box and some whiskers on the side. Right, so this is what we call our box plot, or a box and whisker graph. We have our lowest and our highest. We have our lower quartile and our upper quartile. And right in the middle, this line represents the median. Right, now some people do like to draw box plots without the little whisker lines on the end. That's okay, I don't mind if you choose to do that. All right, let's move on to example two. Two tests which are out of 20 have the following statistics. You can see the table, all the statistics for test A and test B. We're going to draw box plots for both sets of data. So here's our scale from 0 to 20, and I've used the statistics for test A to draw the box plot and the statistics for test B to draw the box plot. And we've got two box plots on the same graph, same scale. All right, well, a couple of things you probably need to be familiar with box plot. So we know that we have the lowest and the highest, the lower quartile and the upper quartile, and the median. We've broken it up into 4 sections. Remember our discussion on quartiles? So each section, we've broken it up, and each section represents 25%, a quarter of the data. Now, it doesn't matter whether one section's narrower or wider or stretched out, doesn't matter. Each section still has 25% of the data. If one particular section is a bit longer than the other, that just tells us that section is a bit more spread out, a bit more varied. Now the middle two 25% add up to 50%, and we often refer to the box itself, as the middle 50%. Right, one thing else to notice, we've got the lowest and the highest, and if we go highest subtract lowest, we get a statistic called the range. So we can very quickly identify the range. So coming back to example 2, the two tests that we drew, test A and test B, this is called side-by-side box plots, by the way. We can identify a couple of things. The first thing is they all have the same median. Both tests have the same median of 14. We can see in test A, the middle 50% is a little bit squashed up, and in test B, the middle 50% is a little bit more spread out and varied. And we can also see that the range for both, the range in test A is very spread out, very varied, whereas the range in test B is not so varied, not so spread out. Right, well that's us, box plots done. So thanks for listening.